everyone, today in this video we are going to learn how you can use Bootstrap in your project. So let's begin with very easy example. So let me firstly tell you that how you can just include this Bootstrap in your codes. So this is a VS Code as you all are aware of it. So I am going to make one HTML page. So I have named it as new.html, and this is a simple boilerplate as you all are aware of it. So this is a simple. So let me just instead of title, let me write here bootstrap introduction or anything I can write. This is a simple HTML page. And then after, in the head of your HTML page, you can include this bootstrap link. So this is the link of your bootstrap which you have attached in your HTML page. So I had copied this link and I'm going to paste it here. So I will paste it, and now you can see the link is already pasted. So let me write something here. So let me write here hello world. So I will write here hello world, and then after let me check it. So I will use my HTML play to see it. I have already made a video that how you can add this extension in your VS Code. So as you can see, when I just comment out my this bootstrap link, you will get to see the hello world in this way. And if I just remove it, you will get to see it a better way. Okay, let me take another example. Let me take an example of a button. So I am going to take one button from here. So let me just, yeah. So here you can see the button stack. You can use any of the button. Let me take the red one. So I have copied the link of a red button, and then after I'm going to paste it here. So when I paste it, you can see this is the button which you can see in a red color and looks beautiful. If I comment out this link of a bootstrap, then you can see the button in a white, in a grayish color, and also it is not looking much more better. But if I uncomment it out, you can see it in a better way. So that is the use of bootstrap. Basically it is used for CSS purpose, so you can use it. But the codes which are already given in a output way, so like you can just copy that and paste it here, and that's also do not come in a plagiarism check. So you can directly use those all codes here. So let me give you a little bit of introduction to all of you to of this bootstrap. So basically this is the introduction part. So from an introduction part, this second one, in a second one there is a link given here in your uh, code. So you can just copy this link and paste in every template, and when you paste this link, it will work for every template. And whatever the codes you will copy it from here, that all codes will work uh, in your VS Code. Okay, so now let's check what are the facilities it gives. So, firstly, let me see the other things are already given, but it's none of our use. So, let me go through the use which we have to use in your project. So, this is a basically grid. Many of us use grid in our project. So, this is the grid code. You can use it if you want. Another one is columns. So we can use columns also in our Mad1 project. So you can go through these codes which are there, and you can use each of them in your project if it requires. Okay, now let's check others codes also. So this is a utilities section. Well, it's none of our use. So and others are images section. So you can check the image section. So here the image codes are given, so you can use them in your project if you wish. Then another one is your tables. So this is already used in your projects. Generally we use in our projects these tables and all. So you can copy these all codes from there, and instead of these hashtag first last, what are the words written here, you can write your own words, whichever you want. Then another one is your figures. So you can write the figures codes also in your project from here. So there is a some css or simple figures code is already given, so you can check them all. Then after we have something called form control, which is very useful generally for login and register page. We need this. So here you can see this is a whole email address, example text area. If you want, then you can copy paste it like this. Others also, other ways are also given. So like let me just go through other things also. So like here disabled one is given, the code for disabled code. And then if you want it like this, that password will be like this, and it must be 8 to 20 characters long, kind of constraints. If you want to use in your project, then you can use this code. Then we have a code for a simple password also. And others also, like if you want a sizing and all those things, so you can use these codes also for your project. Then we have something called select. So just like if you want a drop down box for your project, then you can use this code. As you can see here, drop down box is open. If I click on it, so these are the drop down box, and you can see the code here. So these are the code words which you have to change, like 1 2 3 and other things also. So you can change it from with your own codes how you want to change. So, and this, if you want it to be like this, it should be in this way, then you also you can use this one. So here you can see it works like this as the size attribute. If you want it to be disabled, then you can use this code. Similarly, many more codes are given. Then we have something called check and radios. So like checks and radios are there. So if you want there are multiple select questions are there, then you can use these codes to have it in your project. Then after we have something called range. Well, this is not going to be used maybe. We have then input groups. So here you can see a full-fledged form is already provided. So if you want, then you can use it. So this is a basically username. This is a uh, like an email address, and you can write here your own email address. There you want to add some dollars like money and some things. Then after username, server, and these types of things are there. And so you can use it directly in your project if you wish. Then otherwise you can make it in your own way also. Just take few things from here and then add your own things and make your project by yourself. So these are the things which are given here. Then we have something called floating labels. So floating labels are just here you can see some drop down boxes given, and you can just write your email address and passwords. Many of the things are given like this, and then after, if it is not valid, then you can, it will give you something like invalid input kind of things. So if you want, then you can beautify your project with these all things. We have, then after we have something called layout. So in a layout, you can see it is a very simple form for login and register, which a person can use. Instead of example label, you can use email, and then in another label you can use password, kind of things you can use. And then we have something called form grid. We have gutters also. And you now you can see this is the full fledged, like email, password, address to city, and this is how we want in our login page. So you can use it like this also. So another ways are also given. You can check it on and see what are the valid for you, and you can just copy these codes from here, and you can use directly into your project. Okay, then after we have something useful called buttons. So there are different kinds of buttons are given. You can use these buttons in your project to make it more beautiful. As you can see, this is outline button. So when you click, it will be it will be become green, red, and these also it looks much more better. Then we have something called card. So card is basically used for many of purposes, like you write something in your cards, different cards you use for your own project, so you add cards and those all things. So you can use these types of cards from here. Different types of cards is given. Then we have something called carousel, and this is if you want to make it like a slide wise, so you can use this. And you can see there this will look like a slide way, and if you want to use this in your project, then you can use it. Then we have something called close buttons. So these are the close buttons which are generally used in our projects. So that is the close button. Then we have something called drop downs. So drop downs, as you all aware, so it will be look like this, like one drop down box is there, and different options are there. You have to select one option for your own. Then we have something called list group. So if you want to give a list of things, then you can use these things in your project. Then we have something useful which is called navbar. So navbar is quite useful in your project. Like you all have to make a navbar, so you can just take the code from here. So this is the whole code for your navbar, and you can just take this code from here. So if you want it to be look active, then you can use this one. If you want it to be look dull, so you can use this code is for the dull one, and this is for just looking a more active one. So similarly, you can just go through all and check it out how the things are working. So basically, this is the link navbar. So if you want it to be linked one, so you can take these all from here. So whichever way is fine for you and how you want to design your project, these all things are disabled are work on these things. So you can like take out the things from here and use it whichever way you want to make your project, you can make another things are also given, but these are the sum of things which you generally use in your project. So I have gone through those all things. I hope you like this video. Please do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for watching it.